Good morning and happy Saturday. This is the USA Wager Sports Brief. I am Rodney Knuppel. This is the best 10 minutes of your day. Let's get the show started. All right, here at USA Wager Sports Brief, we run down all of last night's sports and kind of give you an update on what's going on today in the world of sports. It is a Saturday, the final Saturday of May. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball. There's a NASCAR race today, WNBA, MLS, all sorts of stuff going on, along with the golf tournament Jordan Spieth is leading. We'll get to that and more as we talk here the next 10 minutes. I hope you have followed along via all of our social media platforms. You've liked the buttons, you've followed the buttons, all the ones you need to follow and like. Sports 2.0 Network has tons of shows starting up and continuing. Make sure you listen to the Golf Guys on Wednesdays. Tim Van Stratton and I will be back Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. Talk sports with you. So all sorts of things going on. Let's get on with the USA Wager Sports Brief. Starting in the NBA. The NBA last night, there was a three-pack of winners. The first one was the Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young with a 21-14 type game for the Hawks. It is now 2-1 Atlanta in that series as they were able to win the first home game that they had in the series after splitting the two games in Madison Square Garden. Derrick Rose with another big game for the New York Knicks. He seems to be back in a big way for the Knicks, but not enough last night as the Atlanta Hawks picked up a win. They will look to go up 3-1 in the series on Sunday as that series stays in Atlanta. The Boston Celtics picked up a big win last night. They, I guess you can call it, got back in the series. It is now 2-1 in that series as they're taking on the heavily favored Brooklyn Nets. They did not get swept. It looked like they would get swept after the first two games. Last night was Jason Tatum time. 50 points for the Celtics led them in a big way last night. They will also look to even the series on Sunday. James Harden finished with 41 for the Nets last night, but not enough as Kyrie Irving came back to Boston and took a big L. Clippers picked up a road win last night, so 3 games last night, all moving to at least a game 5 because they're all 2-1 in the series now. Clippers did win in Dallas, and now the road team has won all 3 games in that series. It is now 2-1. Dallas leads. Kawhi Leonard finished with 36 last night. Luka Doncic had 44 for Dallas, but once again, not enough as the Clippers picked up the road win. And then tonight, there is a 4-pack of NBA action. 4 games. I say tonight, but one's here in a couple hours. Milwaukee Bucks look to finish off the Miami Heat. And there's only 2 series that are look like they could still be sweeps, and that is one. That is a game 4 today where Milwaukee could finish off the Miami Heat. The other games, Denver's up 2-1 as they take on Portland in Portland. The Philadelphia 76ers have a chance to go up 3-0. They'll start their trip in Washington as they take on the Wizards today, and Utah is at Memphis. So betting lines real quick. Milwaukee is -5 at Miami. I think the Heat are done. I think they're dead. I think Milwaukee wins that game and wins the series. I'll take -5. I'll take back-to-back home teams as I'll take Portland, even that series at +4, -4. They're the 4-point favorites at home. And then I'll take +6 for the Wizards. They got to find a way to win. And I think they at least compete and have a chance to win late in that game today. If they don't, obviously going to go down 3-0 and be in big trouble. And then I'll take Utah at Memphis. I think the Grizzlies won their game, woke Utah up a little bit, and not a huge fan of Utah and sold on the Jazz going and getting the NBA Finals or winning it. But I do think they roll the rest of this series, and in fact, winning tonight and winning the series. I will say in 5 games. So I'll take Utah -5 on the road, and that wraps up the NBA for Friday and Saturday. All right, in the National Hockey League last night, Vegas survived and advanced. The Vegas Golden Knights picked up the 6-2 win. Score was a little lopsided, scored several goals late, including a empty netter. Matisse Janmark. Not always right with the hockey names, but I'm pretty sure I got that one right. He had a hat trick last night. He scored the empty netter to get the hat trick. And what now Vegas gets is the Colorado Avalanche. The proverbial top two teams in the NHL will go at it. Winner moves to the Final Four, loser goes home. Is the winner of this series the winner of the Stanley Cup? We will find out, but this should be a big series. That actually starts tomorrow. No rest for Vegas. Colorado, of course, has had all sorts of rest. That series will get started tomorrow. But before that, we've got two games on ice tonight, including a second round game, the first of the second round. So, first of all, the Toronto Maple Leafs will look to finish off the Montreal Canadiens. Toronto is a minus 185 on the road at Montreal. That is a game 6. Toronto does not necessarily want to go back home for a game 7. Of course, the winner of this series gets the Winnipeg Jets, who upset Edmonton in the first round. And then the second round game is the Islanders are at the Bruins. Bruins big favorites after disposing of Washington in 5 games. So those are your two hockey games tonight as we start moving along to round 2 of the quest for the Stanley Cup. Moving along to the Diamond, Major League Baseball, the Chicago Cubs stayed hot last night. They picked up their 5th win in a row. Albert Alzolay pitched well again. He pitched well last week against the Cardinals, pitched well last night, 5 2/3 of an inning. David Bodie hit a home run, and the Cubs won 1-0. 1-0, Wrigley, day game. I guess I'm surprised this 1-0. The wind was blowing a little bit. But anyways, 1-0 last night. Yesterday afternoon, Cubs beat the Reds. They kept pace with the Cardinals, who won 8-6 in Arizona. The Diamondbacks have now lost 12 straight games. That's just unheard of. Arizona Diamondbacks lost 12 straight games. Tyler O'Neill and Nolan Arenado hit home runs for the Cardinals. The Padres picked up a big 10-3 win over Houston in 11 innings. A bunch of runs late in that one. And the Giants beat the Dodgers 8-5. Also, in extra innings last night at Dodger Stadium between two of the top 3 NL West teams. All right, there was 4 games postponed last night in Major League Baseball, so we got some doubleheaders coming up. But today, we'll go with the wrong caption there. Padres, Cardinals, Giants, all winners. Today's Saturday slate will start early, 11:05 Central Time. Of course, that's just about an hour and a half away. The Rockies and Pirates will get started. There are some day games after that, including Milwaukee at Washington. Cubs are back on at 1:20 against Cincinnati. That is Luis Castillo, who has been bad. I'm going to take Cincinnati in that game. Small underdogs. Cubs are like minus 120, 125. I'll take Cincinnati there. Yu Darvish is on the mound for the Padres as they take on the Houston Astros. That's a game you'll want to watch. Nathan Eovaldi is a favorite at minus 165 at home today for Boston. White Sox have Lance Lynn on the mound today. They're big favorites against Baltimore. Adam Wainwright is minus 140 for the Cardinals. Those are just a few games that I like today in Major League Baseball as the slate starts early and runs all the way through the day and the night. We got a quick comment here. Winner of Vegas, Colorado loses to Carolina in the Cup Finals. That's from Dan. Dan mentioned that from the beginning. He can't change now. He's done a good job with hockey. So good pick. I haven't seen Carolina as much as I've seen Vegas and Colorado. Vegas, Colorado, really good. I know Carolina's been good. Flirted with disaster a little bit against Nashville with 4 straight overtime games, but still was a fun series, and Carolina's still very tough. Last subject here, we try to stay around 10 minutes. I call it the greatest 10 minutes of your day. They are playing in Fort Worth for the Charles Schwab Challenge on the golf course. Jordan Spieth leading after 2 days. Of course, day 3 is getting ready to get underway or are underway already. I don't really have an update from this morning as the leaders will tee off a little bit later in the day, but a big day for Jordan Spieth. Always fun for golf. And of course, down there in Texas, where he is very familiar with the game of golf. So that's something to keep an eye on. After Phil Mickelson's week last week, he did not fare real well this week. So that is a look at the PGA Tour. Of course, WNBA going on today, MLS. There is a NASCAR race. There's all sorts of things going on. It's a huge day for sports. Tomorrow we'll be back right here, 9:30 a.m. Not sure where I'll be doing the show from tomorrow morning, but a real quick, your best 10 minutes of the day. We'll be on with the USA Wager Sports Brief with Rodney Knuppel. All right, stay tuned to everything we got going on throughout the weekend. Enjoy the world of sports. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you like and smash all those buttons. We will be back with another USA Wager Sports Brief tomorrow right here on USA Wager.